guy there. What we're gonna do is we're gonna show you up all around the underneath of this Trans Am. We're gonna get right underneath it, give you a proper look under the side of it. This car I bought around about 10 years ago. It's never been restored. It's had one exterior paint job which was done. I've had it about 10 years. It's probably been done, I don't know, 12, 15 years, but lovely deep gloss to it. The underside on it, before we get underneath, has never ever been welded. It's never ever been undersealed. It's all original floor pans, original chassis members. The engine gearbox are all numbers matching, original to the car, never been removed. When I bought it, it had the original, because it was used in California, it was a California car. It had the original smog gear still on it, one of those awful, huge catalytic converters, which just chog it up, and the smog gear on the inlet and everything. So that was removed. We put a better exhaust on it because it didn't sound good. And so, yeah, but we'll get underneath it and I'll show you what's what. So when I got it, it's never ever even been painted underneath. When I got it, it had like sort of very light surface rust. And then, you know, because I don't ever take them out in the rain, I left it like that. And that's how it was back in California. So with paint, it's all got, I decided in the end to paint it all underneath, do it the same as the upper body colour in base coat and lacquer, which it's all been done. And it's a nice job underneath. And so if you're interested and you wanted to see what it looked like before, then obviously I've got videos and everything. Literally just perfect floor pans, everything perfect, no scaly rust, no corrosion. Like I say, all its original spot welds. You could just give the panels a little rub and the rust would come off. But all that was removed down to shiny metal, primed and painted. Anyway, we'll get underneath and we'll have a proper look. So obviously this is the car we're talking about. So got a nice looking petrol tank. So underneath, like I say, it is all absolutely beautiful. You know, and everything about it. Well, these wheels, those are 77 snowflakes that were properly restored, you know, so they're all painted inside. We'll get onto them later. Everything on this car is absolutely original. You know, like I say, these pans, you know, are totally original, you know, everywhere you look, you know, you can see it's just how it was when it left the factory, except for obviously it's had a coat of paint underneath. All up inside there, you know, really nice, you know, original chassis members. Chassis never ever been touched on this car. You know, this original spot welds and everything that you can see into the sills. I'll show you the outsides of the sills in a minute. This front clip, you know, these subframe, again, you know, everywhere you look, it's just all beautiful. And I'll just get a little torch. You can see still like the dates. That says October 77 on it. You know, everywhere you look, you know, it's original. Everything's numbers matching on this car. Again, there's numbers there. You know, but all, like I say, you know, all original spot welds and everything. Like I say, so we had a Tony Banks did us a handmade stainless steel exhaust. Now I wanted to, it had a Flowmaster on it, which was joined to that ridiculous cat. The cats on these, by the way, are like a big box just filled with pellets, and they just never ever work well anyway. But with this being used in California, it kept it all its life, you know, up until me getting it. So this part here is original Flowmaster that was on it, and obviously they kept the original tips, which we've kept as well. So I got Tony Banks to make a full stainless steel up to that back section there, and it really does sound nice. You know, it's got a proper nice V8 muscle car sound to it. So this this transmission has never been out of the car. Obviously the pan's been painted, and again, like I say, I you know, if you're interested, I can send you a video of what this car will like. This isn't like a quick rattle can job. One second, my dog wants to come into the video. This isn't a quick rattle can job of painting this car. You know, it's been properly done, and it's just really to keep the weather out. You know, you may decide that you might want to sort of wax oil it or something, but You know, I never take my cars out in the rain, you know, so it's in storage and everything. It just keeps the damp out, and if it did get caught in the rain, it would be good enough with that, you know. So so yeah, you know, you'll look at Trans Ams and you'll look at them in all different sort of prices. You will never in this country find one as original underneath as this, you know. It's flabbergasting. I mean, even if it was just left, again, you know, original numbers and everything there, look, if it was just left as it was good enough. But you know, obviously it would be open to corrosion if you are somebody that does, you know, use them and take them out on in the wet weather. And again, we've got original core support and everything. Again, never ever messed around with. No, never ever anything messed around with the chassis. You know, all original exterior panels. You know, like I say, it's unrestored, but you know, very, very nice. And just going on about those sills. So again, when you look, I'll just get it into the light here. You know, you can just see there, look, all the original spot welds in the sills. You know, all really, really nice. You know, it's even underneath the sills, underneath there, look, original spot welds. Just very, very good. Again, a date's up on there, look. Date number's still visible underneath there. Right guys, what we're going to do is we're going to have a good look around the bodywork on this Trans Am. I've raised it up on the ramp. I believe that if you lift them up, you know, you can show most people when you're walking around them, you can't see all the bits and bats, but you raise it up to just below sort of face height, I think you can see a lot more. So we'll have a good look around it, and you better see what I mean. Okay, so on the back here, really, really nice, beautiful paint on that rear bumper. Nice rear lights, no cracking, no pitting. Ducktail spoiler, you know, beautiful shine on that. Obviously the Trans Am decals, you know. And obviously we're going to get into the trunk area shortly. But this car is an original car. It's only ever had one repaint in its life. Never ever been restored, never ever been dismantled, never taken apart. To drive it is like a time warp car. But anyway, we'll get on with this bodywork. So these lower quarters, you know, apart from a couple of little tar spots that are just there, you can see obviously no rust. It's never been rusty either. You know, original spot welds underneath. You know, put your fingers under the arches and it's just steel. No filler, no nothing like that. Lovely rear quarter. Rear window is all nice. Just have a look back from this side. You know, see the reflections of the cars outside and everything in it. Same on this door. Original chrome door handles in excellent condition. Original locks with it. All original mouldings. No dinks or nothing in them. That door, again, you can see the reflection of that 70 Camaro in it there. So these wheels, by the way, so this is a 78 car. These are 77 snowflakes. What this car would have had, I got those because I wanted it to be, you know, proper Bandit replica, which obviously was a 77 car. This is a 78, but those are the proper flat face snowflakes. People don't always realise that what it would have had would be like this, where they've sort of got a bit of a dish on the outside. The snowflake bit is in the middle. So obviously the snowflake part is much smaller, which is much more to me of an 80s look, whereas these have got, you know, a much more sort of vintage 70s look, and of course they're correct for the movie car. So yeah, you know, nice original center caps. So yeah, you know, glass, a little bit of scratching just there on the glass. You don't see that much from up on top. Nice original mirrors, you know. All around the mirrors as well, really nice, not fillered and painted and everything. Like I say, it was only painted in California because of sun scorching. You know, nice side scoops there on the wing. Again, you know, if you put your hand just inside there, it's just steel. It's all steel, nice and smooth. It's never been a rusty car. Like I say, never been taken apart. The mechanicals have never been out of it. The engine and everything has never been out with it. It's as it left the factory. So this underneath, we've got a nice front lower valance. All nice, not cracked or anything like that. The grills, everything. And this front bumper again, it's not scuffed off on any of the edges. You know, it's all nice and clean and shiny. Nice grille, nice chrome mouldings. Again, not dinged and dented. So all very nice. We've got a proper set of plates for this. I'll get onto them later. There is also, I've had a set of movie plates made up for it, which are band -1, which go with the car in case you ever take it to shows. This has never been to a show. I've owned this for 10 years. I'm the only UK owner of this car. So, and you know, obviously if you want to be finicky about it, there are a couple of little tiny bits on these spats. So a little tiny cat's whisker there. The tops could have just been finished off slightly better, and it's like that on them all. There is on both the front ones a bit of a crack underneath, but again, you don't see that. But everybody comments on the shine on this car. When you check it out, you know, the first thing they'll say is, "Oh, you don't get a modern day car shining like that." You know, and it really does shine beautiful, this car. So yeah, nice clear headlights, not all corroded or misted up. Again, nice clean wing there. Obviously, we're going to lower it down so I can show you the top side of it. But like I say, it's just helpful up on here just to show you how good this is on these lower wings. Original sills with original spot wells up. You know, there's an odd little ding or dent here and there, and I've never actually had a dent man on it. You know, I had a car dealership and we used to have them down every week. Again, just a little bit of cat's whiskers just on there, which, like I say, when you get it up in the air, it's never bothered me, so I've never had them done. You don't see it, and you know, obviously what you're paying for on this car is its originality. You know, it is all original chassis, original sills, original floor pans, never ever been messed around with. So a nice looking door mirror. This window, maybe just an odd little tiny scratch there. Again, when it's lower down, it's because it's catching the light with these. You see it, but you don't really see it, you know, when it gets down. Again, nice looking door handle and door locks. They all function properly. Again, nice door bottom. There's one tiny little bit of rust, which is just there. There, you can see it there, look. Now that was like that when I bought it 10 years ago. It's never ever got any worse, and it never will get any worse, you know. So, you know, nice straight rear quarter. And again, on this lower quarter here, you know, right down to the bottom. No bubbling, no rust, no corrosion. And again, you know, inside these wheel arches, look at those original spot wells, you know, all original, lovely and smooth inside. You know, never ever been messed around with this car. You know, it's just had a repaint in all around the rear window where they normally go. We'll get onto all that in a second. Inside the doors, all nice and original. I'll just rest that door against there, and we'll just show you a little bit of thingy on the weather seal there. So it's got new weather seals on the, well, new I say, when I got it, around the excuse me, T-tops. So again, all around there, all nice and original, not messed around with. The interior on it is beautiful, really lovely black velour upholstery, all original foams still, no wear on the backs of the seats. We've got inertia reel seat belts for the lap belts in the back. Again, you know, that rear seat, even the tops of it, it was stored away, this car, for some considerable amount of time. You'd expect in California it all to be scorched and everything like that. Look at that rear shelf, so original. So original. We'll have another look from the other side. That headlining, all nice and original. The little plastic cover is missing off the dome light. I don't know where that's gone. Nice looking visors. You know, little crack there in the center console. You can actually buy those, or you can actually buy a cover for them which goes over the top of it, which has got like foam in it, so it covers over those, because obviously they all crack. We'll get onto the CB radio in a bit. But yeah, nice dash top. You know, again, lots of those are really badly cracked and marked. Nice looking door card with the emblem on it. You know, the little bit of carpet on the bottom, good armrests, all good around the top there, look. So we'll just shut that. We'll just go back around the other side. Okay, so we'll go in this side now, have a quick look. We'll just lift up this back seat. All nice original carpeting, all in excellent condition. It backs up really, really well. Inertia reel lap belts in the back. Again, you know, just looking at that parcel shelf from this side, you know, and the headlining all the way across. Just lovely, lovely condition. You know, all the plastics in there, original ashtrays, all inside the door there. You know, very original car, very original. All up in there. Again, nice looking emblem on the door card. Door card nice and clean. These are the original stickers there from the factory, not reproductions or anything. Again, you look at the lips and everything. Again, that weather seal's a little bit tired, but they're only cheap. So this CB radio is fully functioning. I've installed that because I wanted it to be like, it's just like the one in the movie. And let me just turn it on. So I doubt we're going, well, there isn't, the twig isn't attached, you know, and obviously that's your what do you call it there. So whilst we've just got the ignition on as well, I'll just quickly show you the indicators. So what we've got is there you go, it's a little bit bright in here just with the light so bright to see that, but those are your indicators. So that's the conversion that was done on this. So just switch that ignition off. Again, you know, really nice on the dash top, chassis number and everything there. Again, all up in there. Just really original, all the original gauges. So, you know, it just drives so well, this car, you know. And like I say, the upholstery, you'd expect the driver's seat bolster to be worn. It's not. Lovely, lovely black upholstery. All the padding in it, you know, the cushions, the foams, you know, just all lovely. So yeah. what we'll do is we'll just get it down now, show you the top of it. Okay, so we're going to pop that trunk in a moment, show you underneath there. You know, nice looking T-tops, nice looking roof, rear window is all nice. I'll just quickly tell you, underneath this sticker here, there's a little crack in the window. By the time that this advert goes live, that will have a brand new screen in it. I've already got it in, you know, it's already there, you know, and that will go in. So before we go around, we'll quickly, it's got electronic release inside here for the trunk. There you go, trunk, there we go. So yeah, it looks, it's a bit easier to see the interior now without those lights shining through the window so much. But yeah, you know, those, that's the, and it's electric windows as well. I found the original build sheet underneath the seat, or a good part of it anyway. You know, they stuffed them under the webbing of the seat when they were brand new. And I found it while I was sat in my conservatory having a beer, just looking out on at it sat on the drive. Anyway, so what we'll do is, there you go, there's the bonnet. Obviously, just the gloss on that is just beautiful. You know what I mean? When you look across there, you know, lovely straight flat bonnet. And top of these wings, you know, like I say, there are an odd little dent here and there, but amazing condition. And like I say, the originality of it underneath and everything is just what I would challenge anybody to show me pictures of a Trans Am in this country, especially a T-top one, with its underside so absolutely original as this. You know, again, nice looking T-top. You know, nice looking tops of the quarters. Obviously, we had a look at the bottom of them earlier on. Nice looking boot lid. That there is magnetic, and it doesn't all scratch it and everything. You know, it's not scratched underneath it. And so, again, this ducktail spoiler is all good on top. So, these are the original stickers that are still underneath it, not reproductions. All nice and original around the edges. That is the original Space Saver tyre with its original, never ever used, with its original date. So is that canister. That canister was supposed to pump it up, and it's got the original 77 date on it. That is the build sheet. So you can see, obviously, air conditioning. It's this Calif emissions, so California emissions, which chokes these cars up. So that's been removed, and it's just got the standard exhaust and everything on it now. Bucket seats, electric locks, all tinted glass. You know, tape player, floor console, sports mirrors. It's got a posi axle. You know, limited slip differential in there. Everything, you know, most of it is there, and I just, like I say, found it one night. Just found a little piece on the floor. So that there, we actually put that. I've never shown this car, but we were going to go to a car show, so we decided to go in this. And we woke that morning to find out that Burt Reynolds had passed away, sadly. And so on there, you know, we put this in the back window, eastbound and down. Nothing but open road now, 10-4 bandit over and out, keep the pedal to the metal, safe journey, mate. And the amount of people, we just put that in the back window there, the amount of people that came and photographed the car, photographed that in the back, you know, because it just died that night. That is the twig to the aerial. That there is the original tray where the CB radio is now. These are the covers, original covers, roof stowage, instructions there on them, still in excellent condition. Now, underneath here, it is amazing. It is the original splatter paint finish, all original, never ever welded, never ever repainted. all inside there. This is how they left the factory. Original seam sealer and everything under that splatter paint. All as it was when it left the factory. And it's like that throughout, you know, everywhere in the boot. An old sticker there, look. So, old 1970s, look at that writing. Electronically protected, universal, wow. You know, it's just a time warp car. Like I say, it was stored away for a long time in California. And it's only done, I think it's 82,000 miles. And so just put that back there and close that down. Original gas cap with its original key, which is still in there. So yeah, beautiful car. Okay guys, so we're going to show you the heart of the car now. So under the bonnet, it's all original. That's just dirt, is that, you know what I mean? That just cleans off. I've not cleaned it underneath the bonnet, but excellent condition. Original looking. Nice original front panel with its original sticker. Obviously just shrunk there. Original shroud on the radiator, sorry. It's original numbers matching, and you can get to the number on these quite easily. Numbers matching engine, never removed from the car. Numbers matching transmission. Everything is just in time warp condition. It hasn't been painted up. It hasn't all been slicked up. You know, nice original inner wings. All the original air intake, bottles and everything are all in excellent condition. It starts and runs superb, does this car. That aircon pump had a bit of noise in it when I got it. So I sent it away, I had the full thing reconditioned. But of course in this country you can't get, is it Freon I think, the gas for these. Though you can get an adapter that fits and you can put the modern day stuff in. But you know, with the T-tops and everything, I've just never ever bothered. So it stays switched off, but it is fully functional and fully reconditioned is that that air conditioning pump. Again, you know, the radiator and everything looks great on this car. All original, you know, the original rubber still. You know, the bump stops and everything for the bonnet. You know, just all original. You know, not messed around with, not played around with, not tarted up. You know, it's just such an original car. Just shut that hood down. Let's give it a little slam. There we go. Right guys, we're going to take this car for a spin. This is the easiest car in the whole world to drive. It is so modern, so easy. It's power brakes, power steering, power windows, air conditioning, central locking. It's so easy and light, and the suspension on it is superb. They were actually classed as the best handling car in their class in the 70s. But anyway, we'll take it for a spin, so here we go. Guys, we're going to give it a little run out, so here we go. See how it copes with the speed bumps. Yeah, moving nicely. Like I say, it really is a modern day feel to this car. You know, very good on the suspension, very good on the handling, very nice, light and easy to drive. You know. BMW. It's a really smooth ride as well, this car. Of course, it's got obviously plenty of power. Okay, we've got a bit of fuel in, so that's just putting it up to just under quarter of a tank, 20 quid. It was flat on empty. You will be surprised how much fun you can have with 20 quid in this thing. You'd think that it would be like really bad, and it's not. You know, so but anyway, we'll give it a run out. Smiles per gallon, as they say. So we're going to just going to get it out onto a little bit more of an open road, just so you can see how well it goes. Again, we're coming up to speed bumps, so you know, just take it easy over those. It does ride well over the speed bumps, you know what I mean? And speedo's functioning, rev, water temp, everything's functioning, fuel gauge, voltmeter. So once we get it out here, we'll just open it up a little bit. So yeah, let's give it a go. Certainly raises your pulse rate, does that? And this car tracks so well, honestly. You can just hold on to the steering with one hand. It tracks so well, it's so smooth, you know. It really is that, call it radial tune suspension, you know. It doesn't skip about like an old 70s car normally would do, you know. if I was going to, obviously they're all for low mileage shows and events, but that's what you buy these cars for. But if I was ever going to trust one of the classics to go to maybe France or somewhere like that, this is the car that I would choose. It's never been apart, never been disassembled, just a well looked after car that is, you know, so well sorted mechanically. You know, it drives like it did back in the 70s.